is true. When all seems lost, do something new. Something small not done before can open up the wonder door. Inside you'll find your soul renewed. A spring of life now flows through you, that spills to others, and they'll find too that they can now do something new. Something else, that's something new, not something that is tried and true, but something that your soul must find. A feeling, not a state of mind, that's something new. It's wonderful to try new things, to not know what tomorrow brings, to not know what's behind the door, to not know what life has in store. New eyes to see, new ears to hear, new thoughts to think. The air is clear to take that chance, a leap of faith. Your soul is the key to open the gate. Something else, that's something new, not something that is tried and true, but something that your soul can find. A feeling, not a state of mind, that's something new. Take a chance and you will see your soul will grow immediately. Once you've tried it, you'll agree that something new will set you free. I've been told, and it is true, when all seems lost, do something new. Something new, something small not done before can open up the wonder door. Inside you'll find your soul renewed. A spring of life now flows through you, that spills to others, and they'll find too that they can now do something new. To tell, to tell, to tell, to tell, to tell, to tell, to
Christmas isn't over when the lights go low. It's the fire in your spirit continuing to glow. Joy keeps on growing. The world is made new. 12 days of wonder, and the light lives in you.
On the first day, I felt my heart skip a beat. On the second day, silence, a story complete. On the third day, a new thought is being set free. And the fourth day brings winds of new destiny. Christmas isn't over when the lights go low. It's the fire in your spirit, continuing to glow. Joy keeps on growing. The world is made new. 12 days of wonder, and the light lives in you.
Day 5, quiet moments held deep inside. And on the 6th day, new sounds and new sights. 7 songs rise up in the quiet of night. Then on the 8th, that's when wishes take flight. Day 9 held a promise in quiet disguise. Day 10, gifts of giving, full of surprise. Day 11, pause time, still quiet and true. And the 12th day, a secret for me and for you. So let's go beyond seasons, beyond doubt, beyond fear, and take Christmas with us into the new year. Let every day be a door made anew, where love walks inside. And the world then walks through. Christmas isn't over when the lights go low. It's the fire in your spirit, continuing to glow. Joy keeps on growing, and the world is made new. 12 days of wonder, and the light lives in you. Yes, 12 days of wonder, and the light lives in you.
This is March 27th, 2026. We are celebrating our 4th anniversary as Forever Free Media. I'm in the studio, and I just wanted to record this because I think I want to record this.
Inside you'll find your soul renewed. A spring
This is where all the magic happens.
flows through you.
Podcasting in of Roxanne.
And they'll find too that they can now do something.
The lamp has been lit.
Something else that's
This is the Roku TV channel.
that is
And look, there we are. Watch this in real time. Big converter, remote controller, and click over to Forever Free TV, and I press that button, and look what happens. Oh my God! And Forever Free TV comes available. Live. That is the most amazing thing ever. I know. Let's go to another thing, like something new, because this is absolutely something new. Look at that. I'm pressing play. Look at this. Wow. Absolutely amazing. Let's continue.
I've been told
True North, strong and free. That must be Canada, eh? Wow. I like the strong and free part. See? Free. Let me come really close to that. strong and free. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. That's my husband, Warren. Thank you, my dear. And now, who could this be? It is Jack. Oh, thank you, Holly, for all of the characters. Something new. Thank you, Holly. Look at Jack. This is Jack, the Joker, that I found, and who has been orchestrating a lot of this. Jack AI. And here is Jack and Jill, the twins. The toys, Jack and Jill. The inspiration for all of it, all. Happy Easter. And there is love. From All We Need Is Love from February. And all of this honors the Holly Days of Wonder. See that? Happy Holly. That's Holly Arthur, my sister, the creative director of Forever Free Media. The inspiration for all of this, the reason that this all exists. Happy Easter. And it is spring, so let's have hello to spring. And we can't forget Santa, who has finished his course of things and is sitting, eating, drinking a coffee, but will not be forgotten. Because we're all here together to celebrate this. Oh, and look. It's time for this butterfly. You know, it's the butterfly scene. Caterpillar to butterfly. Small egg. Birthing the new beautiful little chickie bee. Chicky person. This is a wonderful moment. And I just wanted to record it because I can. Look at this. We can do something new, folks. This is just lovely. Hello, dears. How are you all doing today? It is I, Roxanne. Roxanne, Serena, Dawn, Arthur, Grantham. And I'm coming to you from my studio. And you may be saying, I only see you, Roxanne. You would be right. Besides Jack and Jill and Jack AI, or Jack the Joker. I mean, you haven't met Jack AI yet. There's Jill and there's Jack. Jack and Jill down there are toys, but they are from, Jack and Jill went up the hill, but they're twins. So you'll get to know them with children's stuff. And then there's Jack the Joker, first and only Jack the Joker. And I'm sure he'll have things to say today because it's one of those days. Now, Holly's. Oh, look at that. Warren has decided to join us. Isn't that wonderful? Hello, Warren. And then there's me, Roxanne. Roxanne, again, That is a lot of names. Roxanne is my first name. Serena. Dawn is my middle christening name. Serena is my middle name. Dawn is my christening name. And guess what my name means? Dawn of day. So I'm supposed to be filled with light and love and sunshine perpetually. In fact, I get to start the day. So I get to stare into the dead of night. Because the darkest night is right before the dawn. Remember that? And I get from nothing around me, because it's all darkness, to radiate light. Doesn't that sound like fun? And so for 61 years, I have been here at my post, being dawn of day. Because what else could I be? Because every time you say Roxanne, I am reminded, dawn of day, are you shining? Dawn of day, are you shining? Yeah, so that would be me. So my latest hangout spot is here down at the corner. And it is still breaking news because I'm still down at the corner. This is a real light. I'm just making sure you understand. It is a real purple light. I'm down at the corner. This is all real stuff around me. This is real. And our question for the day is, you can see it right here. Can you see that? It says, why did the chicken cross the road? Now we're going to go through this day, and you will have a lot of opportunities to think about that. And these are the kinds of things in between when we're going to be doing a lot of more serious things that help me to breathe. As you will see, if you see that it says Roxanne and Miss Jackie, because my dear sister Holly is not with us at this time, because we're still in the breaking news part, and she has gone on to create. She will be with us next Sunday at Easter, but in this Palm Sunday that we are in, I think she shall be dropping in by voice in a bit. But at this Palm Sunday that we're in today, happy Palm Sunday to those who celebrate that, I, Roxanne, didn't finish my breaking news. I was with you as Miss Jackie the last time. And Miss Jackie didn't come either because she likes smaller people, younger people. She doesn't really appreciate the older people. That's not her department. So guess what? Guess. Come closer and whisper it. Yeah, it's me and you. We are walking through this day because the breaking news that I started as Miss Jackie, I'm going to finish off as Roxanne. Yeah. And I'm going to talk to the adults. So if you're an adult, kids, if your adults aren't in the room, adults, if your reality of being an adult isn't in the room, gather yourself together. I'm going to give you a moment to do that. Call a friend. No, it's share. It's click something and share it, because the breaking news that I shared the last time that I was here, we're going to go more deeply into that. And those of you who have children, or you're an auntie, or you know a child, this is about the children and about the young people. And in the sense that we are all grown up children. It's about everybody. But we're focusing in on the youth and the children, and we're calling ourselves together, forming a battalion of strength around them. Yeah, I have committed myself unto this because what else is there to do on a Sunday? So gather yourselves together, call a friend, tell them, send the link to somebody. I'm on Forever Free TV on Roku, right? Remember you saw Roku there? Number 4, Ever Free TV. I'm on Facebook Live. That's Facebook/Roxy Purple Flame. I'm on X. It's Roxy Purple Flame. Let's see. I'm on YouTube. It's Forever Free Media. Forever Free Media TV. And on your iPhone or your Android, there's an app. And the app is Forever Free TV. And when you press on this app, look. What? Forever Free TV is there too. And in the live, if I press that, probably it would be me again. Why? Why am I everywhere? Is it just because I'm just a narcissistic, egotistical person that just wants to be a star of my own network? No. Actually, I like books. I want to be viral. I want to, what else is there? I want to be an influencer. I want to have 1 million, whatever those things are, people that are connected to me. And they all are my members of my everything and all of that. I just want to be a powerful, influential business, blah, 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 all of those words. No to all of those. That's just not what I'm about. And because I have to do my job that I'm really about, and I have done so as the years have worn on, I don't get to just stop doing it because it's not the word of the day. The word of the day is not the word teacher right now. It's a coach or guide or mentor, all things like that, consultant. I don't know what happened to just plain old teacher. But that's what I am. And so today, the breaking news is, I'm going to click here what broke in the news. It wasn't today that that news broke. It was on the 25th of this month. That news broke. So I'm going to turn to it in a minute. But before we do any of those things, I want us to come back to our center. I want us to remember who we are. Remember why we are here. And of course, that's impossible. You're like, I don't even know what day of the week it is. I am so frazzled. There's so much going on in my life. I can barely hear you, Roxanne, much less go into some deep who we are thing. I can't. I don't know. I am just spent. I am fatigued. I am tired. every day is a tragedy for me. I don't know how much more I can take. Some of you are at your wits' end. I understand that this planet is extraordinarily difficult. I understand that we are in one of the most chaotic moments where every time you turn on, every time you go to the social media, it's a new tragedy. It's a new explosion of sight, and literal explosions are happening. It's a new disaster. It's a new Epstein files. It's just on and on and on until your brain starts to shut down and you start to not kind of get numb. A numbness sets in where you can't take anymore, so you just kind of blink out. You can hear a voice going, but it's just like rah, 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 rah. It takes some epic something to even make you be fully aware. You can feel it in your reality. You're just exhausted. Now, does that mean that the world is going to just say, oh, I'm a guy, let's everybody just dim the lights. Just everybody go to hum. Let's just quiet down because Miss Sally is exhausted. Is that what happens here? I don't think so. I haven't seen it. In fact, what happens is it amps up. It amps up and keeps on amping. That's what happens. And yet, there's the children. And there's the fact that you may be in one of those jobs that you don't know if you go tomorrow, there is going to be a job. But yet, there's your son or your daughter. If you're a mother and you only have you as the one provider, and you went back to college and you did all the stuff, and now you're in you thought it was a very fairly decent, middle income corporate job. And right about now, you're not sure tomorrow if you go to work, how many people more in your department are going to be gone and when your turn is going to come. You thought that the job that you got seemed pretty, decent. You went to college, you did things, you did what the right stuff. Young people, young men, women, you're coming out of university, college, into the worst job market probably in your lifetime. Top that up with COVID, top that up with everything else. Oh, and you might have to go to war. Just what's the point? What is the point? If this is what all there is, what would be the point? So, before we continue on, and before I talk to you about the negative news, I want to help you because I am dawn of day. So we're going to take a moment and listen to this ray of hope.
Hope begins in the dark as light breaks through a tiny spark. The patient heart, so calm and wise, awaits for dawn to paint the skies.
The patient heart, so calm and wise, awaits for dawn to paint the skies. Hope begins in the dark as light breaks through. Hope begins in the dark as light breaks through. A tiny spark, the patient heart, so calm and wise, awaits for dawn to paint the skies.
No pressure there. Here I come, here I come. The thing about it is, because I've been online for quite a number of years, I know how this part of the game is played a lot well. Because I watched the algorithm switch to be the for several different ways. Now it's the for you algorithm. It doesn't matter which algorithm I end up with. I've played the SEO game, I've played the XYZ game, all of those words and everything like that. Either I am just so out of everything with everything, or there are other beings, people, others that don't like the truth to just wander into the earth. They don't like it. So what happens is, doesn't mean to matter what I do. We're just about to buy, but then all of a sudden everything just wanes off. Our following falls off. We don't come up as we should. Blah 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 blah. And everybody will say, they'll say, Roxanne, I haven't seen you for a while, and da da da, and all of those words. Some of you are part of this situation and you are feeling the squeeze of it because the beings that seek to run this planet don't like us. They don't like us. They're not like for us. They're not on our side. So when they see a true heart, a heart that's pure, the heart of a child, the soul, the energy that came from the all and is in this vessel. And I'm telling you a truth that will change your reality. Forever Free TV and the things that Holly has created will change your reality. They will. They are going to do everything for what I'm saying to be the last thing that ever would become. I was about to get on it. I don't know, somebody called. I was about to, but then I didn't even know you had. I've never seen it on your live, Roxanne. I've never seen you having a live on Facebook or anywhere else, Roxanne. And so we go on and on and on. And we are in the 4th year. We started in 2022. And we're at the 4th year. So most of you, the majority, vast majority, have never even heard of Forever Nothing Else. Roxanne, really? I don't even know who you are. Now, I'm not going to take that personally because there's 8 billion people on the planet, theoretically. So the odds that you may have heard of me are quite small. But does that matter in the grand scheme of things as to what my reality is? I don't get to care about stuff like that. I get to move, keep lighting up the day. I get to be dawn. I don't get to be another thing because darkness is still trying to impose itself. I just have to shine brighter. That's my role. That's my responsibility. I get to shine brighter, shine brighter. 24/7, 7 days a week, shine brighter. Because the sun always comes up and light always wins. Always. Put darkness and light up against each other, light always wins. So if I have to stay here for the next however long, I shall. Because light always wins. I know that you are connecting to me because your soul wants you to prosper. Your soul wants you to stop the crying, the sadness, and the fear. The fear that has come like a cloud all around your world. Till even when you're talking to me right now, when you're listening to me right now, you're like, well, she looks okay, but how could I know she's not an AI? How can I know if what she's saying is real? How can I know? And what did the song say? You have to begin. Holly wrote that song, Hope Begins in the Dark. And at the title of that one, she said, trust and hope. If you've lost your ability to hope, if you've lost your willingness to try, this is a situation. What are we going to do if you're just going to sit there and just melt away? Well, I'm going to sit with you because hope begins in the dark. It's Sunday afternoon here. I'm in Canada, Vancouver type place. And I've made up my mind that we're not just going to keep on. We are going to gather the people who have the hearts, the souls that want to try. Even if you could just sum up a little bit of, I want to try. I'm going to try one more time. I'm going to try. We're going to go through this process together today because it doesn't matter how wonderful Forever Free TV is, because it is. It doesn't matter how much work has gone into 4 years of hard work. It doesn't matter if your soul is so discouraged that you won't even raise up enough to want to try. Your disappointment level has gone to such a level that rather than be disappointed one more time, you'd rather just disappoint yourself right off by not even bothering. You see how that works? Then you can just say, well, I knew it wasn't going to work. You know how my luck is? You've put yourself in that category so many times that you've lost the path to even having hope. But what that song said is hope begins in the dark. I'm going to play it again. because we are taking the time today to go from the darkness that you have been in to at least seeing the glimmer of light and following me through to the spot where you can begin to replenish your soul. I feel like I have been, like if there is a flood or something like that, and or a boat sinks, and then everybody's holding on to the raftings. I feel like I should be like pulsing that light today and saying, there is hope, there is hope, there is hope, there is hope. Because hope begins in the dark. We're going to play it again. Trust in hope.
Hope begins in the dark as light breaks through a tiny spark. The patient heart, so calm and wise, awaits for dawn to paint the skies. So trust the wait, don't fear the night. Your soul will shine, your wings take flight. In the stillness, dreams ignite. Morning comes with golden light. Morning comes with golden light. Hope begins in the dark as light breaks through a tiny spark. The patient heart, so calm and wise, awaits for dawn to paint the skies. Hope begins in the dark as light breaks through. Hope begins in the dark as light breaks through a tiny spark. The patient heart, so calm and wise, awaits for dawn to paint the skies.
I didn't expect to see you.
I didn't expect to be here. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can. Wow, that's a very pleasant surprise. I thought, oh, I think it said three, three of those, those light things, or no, those. No, when I look on it, I can see that there's three people here. I know Joshua's there in the back room, but I thought I was by myself. Well, this is a pleasant surprise. For those of you who don't know, that is my husband. Am I turning the right way? Yep. Warren.
Send it.
Look at that. Let me see. Yep, there it is.
Touch.
Well, obviously, we're not in the same spot. In fact, can you tell us, dear, where you are right now?
Right now, I'm in my office in Orlando, Florida.
Right.
It is
So,
getting cold. It's 70 degrees.
oh, that's almost freezing.
Yeah.
I'm up in the north, right? Vancouver, and it's not been anywhere near 70 since last summer. It's probably about 50 maybe.
There's a spot for you right here.
Yes, I understand, and I will be there as soon as hope begins in the darkness that I'm positioned here to help to activate the light here, dear. And thank you for holding it down there in the south. So we have Canada and America, and now we can begin to look into the rest of the world. Okay, dear?
Bridge the gap between Vancouver and Orlando.
That is fantastic. So, what do you
So,
have to say?
thanks for putting me
What's
on the spot.
on your heart?
Well, I just came over to keep you company. I know that Holly's not on today, so this show normally, I think it's her show, but since she's not sitting in, I thought I'd keep you company.
Well, that is wonderful. Because what happened is that this last week, I did a breaking news a couple yesterday. I believe it was yesterday. And we were talking about what happened with the children and how they have finally won a court case. We can show you that court case in California, I believe it was, where for the first time in history, they actually acknowledged that it was Meta, Facebook, and um, the other one, YouTube, had some
Liability.
liability, that would be the word, in a young girl that's 20 years old, and she has a lot of problems and mental illness and trying to take her own life and all of that. Ruling back to the time when that since she was 6 years old, she's been a heavy consumer of social media. She's the first one of many, many thousands of cases that are lying there waiting to be heard because of what the damage that's been happening to young people because they just keep doom scrolling and their life is what influencers say, how they should dress, what they should do. And because at certain age, what you put into your mind, you believe is to be true, right? You're not saying, oh, this is just an influencer. They don't know what they're talking about. You're just going, oh, Miss, that lady, look at her eyelashes, look at her face. And of course, there are all of these filters, and that's not really what their face looks like, but it's what they're made to feel that their face looks like or their hair looks like. And because of this on repetition, they have been programmed, brainwashed into a certain way of being and thinking that they are lesser because they don't look like those people on Facebook. And it's also been TikTok and Instagram and all of them. Some of them Snapchat. They were willing more to take the way out of settling with these people before it became they went to court. Now, they didn't disclose how much they settled for, but they wouldn't have settled for things if they thought they were going to win in court. So, when it comes to, well, you are obviously not a social media butterfly. And so you're not really going to be the one that would be like, I've never heard you, never in all the time I've known you, which our anniversary is going to be April the 11th. That will be what, 18 years, right? In all those 18 years, have you never ran back to me and said, oh, look what's going on? What's the trend on Instagram? No, TikTok. No, let's say LinkedIn. Look, all the business people are wearing those suits. I got to go and get one, Roxanne. But never once. I don't understand. This is the cars that everybody is getting that wants to look this. How come you've never once done that?
Because I do my own thinking. I don't depend on any media to make decisions like that. You're talking about Meta and YouTube. I do think that parents do bear some responsibility for what their kids are getting into. I just I can't get around that notion. If you're gonna sit your 6-year-old kid in front of a screen, and that's what you're doing for babysitters, and that's what you're doing to keep them satisfied, I think you do have some responsibility in that. You are the ultimate person who determines what goes into that child's mind. Do the other companies have some responsibility? Absolutely. They have spent probably billions in trying to figure out how to influence them. And therein, with that kind of resource, there is a responsibility to use it wisely so that, like the doctors, do no harm. But I don't think they would abide by that. They're too busy chasing the dollars, the advertising dollars.
And
Especially,
so, go ahead.
I was going to say, especially when it comes to Google, I mean, the whole point of Google is advertising. And of course, they own YouTube. And there you have it.
So what we have is a society
Mhm.
that I would say the children's best interests, not even just the children, this is just in general, the best interests of you as a person is not their best interest. Like they're not saying, what can we do to just uplift your soul, to make you just feel better and happier and more joyful? That's not their first thought. The first thought is to engage you, and what they have told themselves is people become more engaged when they are shocked, when they see something that makes them scared, and they have to look twice to see, well, what happened and what happened. And if you have an algorithm that's based on keeping your attention, once you've watched it more than once, the algorithm says, oh, let's just pour more of that in. Let's pour more of that in. We've got their attention. And because of that, now they say they have statistics that'll say humans just like things that are just shocking and more upsetting. And they'll have whole statistics that prove that. And now we're rolling downward into the depression and disaster. And that's what I find, that if we keep on going and just saying these people that are supposedly in charge, they have all the money, they have all the control, they have all of the everything, what's going to keep happening? The same thing is just going to keep on happening. Now
Downward
look,
spiral to the bottom.
yeah, right. That's the only way you can go on this roller coaster that we're on.
I
It's
mean, if you think about the news industry, they have the saying, the slogan, if it bleeds, it leads, which means that they are basically
oh,
doing, yeah, that's it.
I
Can
didn't
I,
know that.
can I not say that? That's
No, I'm not
exactly,
saying that. I'm just saying that's a terrible thing to say. What do you mean
that's
if it
very,
bleeds, it leads?
any carnage that happens is what they lead the news with every single time they put it on. If there's a shooting, if there is somebody's getting maimed somehow, that is the top news. That's what they lead with because they know people are drawn into that kind of news. People want to see the disasters. It's most unfortunate, but it's true.
Yeah, but I think that that is a matter, and this is where I go into the reality of getting extraordinarily annoyed, is that there are other realities that if you've programmed, if you go into, because I was going to be a psychologist, so I studied it enough to understand the basics things. Repetition of anything for by anybody for a certain amount of time at a certain kind of tone, and from an early age, will produce certain results. Add to that a diet that leads to certain parts of the mind and brain being deadened to being lessened. If you study how a a human being works, and you really pay attention, you can program them to do basically anything that you desire. Then you can go back and say, yeah, that's how you really are. That's why this is happening, because your brain is made like this. This is this and this. And because the earth has been so programmed, they don't notice. They'll actually defend and say, well, statistics say. And once they read it and the name has a few letters behind it, they're going to believe that it's all programming. And that's what, even with me talking here today and everything that you're hearing from Forever Free TV, it hits that wall of programming. And that's what's right now, Forever Free TV. It's a wonderful concept, but it feels like it's so far away from the mainstream, because this is the glug that this light has to shine enough so that your awareness can come up enough that you begin to say, wait. Do I really love only blood? Do I really want to hear only that? Or is that the way that everybody says that's the way the world is? That's the way the world is. And I've heard that so much and I've seen it so much that I actually think that it's the truth.
Yeah, well, I've intentionally stayed away from social media. It took me till, well, I've had a Twitter account for a number of years, but I haven't used it until a couple of years ago. And I've been around since Twitter has been around. So I've just haven't plugged in. I still don't have the Instagram. Is that the other Meta product? Instagram.
Yeah.
And there's another one in there, but I can't quite remember which one it is. It's kind of like those. But the one I do use is LinkedIn. Generally, when the conversations start going in a direction that I think is inappropriate, I mean, I haven't been on LinkedIn in days. I don't see the need to have that urgency. Of course, I'm also not working, so I'm not communicating with any colleagues anymore. So, but I guess the only social media, if you call it that, is WhatsApp. I use that one because I get to talk to you.
That's not really social media.
That's as close to social media as
You're hilarious, Warren.
we have the creative crew that we, communicate
Right.
with. That's social.
Yeah, it's social, but I don't think our group has about 20 people in it, Warren.
Well, that's as many as I need to contact. But the other thing I wanted to say along those lines is my grandkids, my son decided that they would be 14 before they got their own cell phones, which I think he's exercising his parental prerogative, and I applaud him for that. He has managed to control what they get their steady diet of. So, and Ollie, my youngest grandson, just got his cell phone not too long ago. So
you also have to include the fact that they're in Spain and it's a different culture. and it may be the same. I don't know. But here, if you don't have a cell phone at a certain age, a lot younger than 14, it could be very detrimental for you if you have to take a bus from hither to yon and you're just hoping and praying that everything stays okay and you can't just call your mom or dad wherever you are and get a contact with somebody.
What did we do before we had cell phones? Steve?
Oh, don't even bother. See? Okay.
Cell phones are.
Don't. Okay. Coming back to 2026, I'm going to beg to differ with
I
my
used to
dear
walk to school in
husband.
the snow.
Oh, no, don't even bother. Don't even bother. He's going to start. He's starting up. I can feel it. Oh, you remember when in the olden days when
Well,
don't okay, we're not there anymore though. Look, we're not there anymore. We're not going to I like the internet. I like social media. I don't think there's anything wrong with scrolling and finding out what's going on around the world, scrolling and finding out what new songs are. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. What I have the main problem with is that the society is not understanding. The awareness comes from understanding. It doesn't matter what we want to say or not say or do or not say until you understand that there are others involved. That is the awareness you have to come to. The uncomfortable pink elephant in the room that I will not pretend away anymore. It doesn't matter how great of a mother or father you are. It doesn't matter how you try to this and that. There is a pink elephant in the middle of this society that has to be addressed. I call it spiritual intelligence. Everybody's wandering around like blinkety blink blink. I don't know how. I don't know why. I don't know what. I can't. I just can't take it anymore. I can't just pretend that it's okay for us to come along, keep having, a good society. I want us to listen to something. And you tell me your opinion about this, because this is the society that we are supposed to be training up our children and helping them to become a part of. How is this going to happen when the hypocrisy has gone to the level that it has with the adults who are supposed to be leading the way? How are the children supposed to be able to cope with the world in which they are told to grow up and become good, strong American, Canadian, whatever culture you're from? And the good, strong
If you
are
are a
a
parent and
disaster.
allowing your kids to be fed that rot,
It's
day
not
in, day
that
out,
though, Warren. Let's listen to this. It's not only, let's put aside social media. I'm talking about society in general. The people that are supposed to be the examples. I am tired of the bullshit. I am tired of the hypocrisy. I am up to my earlobes of tiredness, tired of it. It cannot just be shushed away any longer. And it's partly what you're saying about parents. Yes, but it's in general, people, the adults in the
you
world.
you have to make a definition of what society is. And as far as the kids are concerned, the main contact that kids have with society comes from the home. It extends from the home. The parents have been brought up by their parents, who've been brought up by their parents, and along the way, we've lost a whole lot in the process.
A whole lot. I'm going to click on here. Just give
Okay.
me, I don't know exactly what will happen. And we're
Wait.
going to find our way to, let's go to this one. We've talked about the landmark case that happened there, but let's talk about the level to which our society has fallen. Because this is what you would call shock value, I suppose. Let me see.
But if you use a label like society, it's just not going to cut it.
Okay, let's see what happens here. Can you see that, Warren?
This is the new Jimmy Savile. UN security staff trafficked 14 and 15-year-old girls out of Moldova into Bosnia during the war, chained them up in a nightclub called Florida 2000 for the exclusive use of UN staff.
Chain them?
Chained them.
What do you mean? Chain them where?
In cages in the nightclub. They were slaves trafficked by UN staff. Certain aid workers prevented families from entering refugee camps unless they handed over a child for sexual favours.
So you can go on the record and say that the UN knew about
Oh,
this,
yeah.
and they were covering it up?
Yes, absolutely.
Do you think this goes all the way to the top?
Yes. When there is a pandemic going on that is spread by bodily fluids, WHO staff, World Health Organization staff were abusing women in Eastern Congo. The people who know this best are the women on the ground. There are now protests in Eastern Congo with women saying, please, UN, leave. You were supposed to bring us peace. You were supposed to bring us security. You did not bring us peace, and you ripped us. Can you please leave? Social media is now the main mechanism between predator and prey. Mark Zuckerberg should go to jail. Trump is a funny beast. My DNA shows that I'm his fourth cousin once removed via his mother, Mary Ann McLeod. All right, I'm going to say something publicly, and this is the first time I'm saying it to anyone publicly.
Andrew McLeod, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
Why don't you give us a few lines of introduction so we all know the kind of work that you've done in the past, where you've worked, and the issues that you're focused on now.
My name's Professor Andrew McLeod. I'm an Australian-British dual national. I specialised in war crimes, crimes against humanity and genocide. Through the 1990s, I worked for the International Committee for the Red Cross in Yugoslavia, Rwanda, countries like that. Did a short stint in Australian politics, then moved across to the UN, ran major natural disaster operations in countries like Pakistan, Philippines and so on. The more senior I became in the system, the more I became aware of the enormous amount of abuse of women and children at the hands of UN staff, not just peacekeepers, but civilian staff. And I got senior enough to realise I couldn't change it from inside, I had to change it from outside. And the most atrocious thing that everyone agrees is wrong is don't rape children. But it's been surprisingly hard to get the UN to accept that.
You've made claims that there are tens of thousands of children that have been raped by staff members at aid organisations, from the UN to charities we're all familiar with. Take us behind the scenes. What's the playbook? Why is it that these child predators are targeting aid organisations in order to gain access to vulnerable children? Take us into the story.
Let's start off by saying what it's not. This is not a secret conspiracy of pedophiles sucking each other in from a basement in Washington, D.C. It's simply a matter of opportunity to offend, lack of preventative mechanisms, and therefore offence takes place. The National Crime Agency in the United Kingdom estimate about 1 in 35 men have paedophilic tendencies, about 3%. How they got that data, I'm not sure, but it kind of makes sense to me. The Child Abuse Inquiry in Australia found that 7% of the Catholic clergy participated in paedophilia. So if the underlying prevalence is 3, and an industry that attracts people is 7, where does the aid industry sit? Well, the National Crime Agency has also said that as we crack down on predatory pedophiles in the developed world, the predators now go to the developing world, and the chosen methodology they use to get access to children is to join a children's charity. And when I say that out loud, 2 thoughts go through most people's minds. 1, that's disgusting, which it is, and 2, that's logical, which it is. Predators go to where there's prey. So if you say that the aid industry is more likely to be closer to the Catholic Church than the underlying prevalence, more close to 7 than 3%, let's say the middle 5%. There's about 500,000 aid workers in the world today, about 300,000 of those are male, about 5% of which is 15,000. Is it a safe starting assumption to say there's somewhere around about 15,000 men with pedophilic tendencies working in the aid industry today, controlling food, water, and shelter, and having access to women and children. That's the safe starting assumption. And people will start to sit up, bolt upright on that. And then I'll make another controversial statement. The problem of pedophilia in the aid industry is worse than the Catholic Church. And people will say, how do you know that? And I say, well, there are more aid workers than there are Catholic priests in more countries than the Catholic Church is present in. What makes you think the average aid worker is any ethically better than a Catholic priest? And you'll say, well, none really. So it's a simple matter of mathematics.
Now, he's going to go on and talk about the situation. That's one category of the planet, and it is a terrible situation that's going on. How do we begin to combat that?
Well, I think what you're doing here is shining a light. And frankly, I'm not sure what else we can do other than make it known. I was aware that the UN workers are engaged in that kind of behavior.
You were aware.
I was aware. But beyond being aware, there's really, other than talking about it, making it known, if it comes up in a feed someplace, repeating it. But that's as much as I can say. It gets, again, it gets back around to, we're talking about social media. The only real abilities that we have from our little corner of the world is to make it known, publicize it, get it out there.
Absolutely the truth. And the thing about this today for me is that, in all honesty, this moment that I'm in right now, what you're in right now, is not a little corner of the world. Roku TV goes to 90 million homes now. Because I'm not in 90 million homes, because I'm on Roku, what we have to have is a few people. And that's what I've been looking towards having. As difficult as it may seem to be, it doesn't take a bazillion people to start a movement towards betterment. It doesn't take everybody, because if we were trying to say, what can we do? The hopelessness of what he's talking about, thousands and thousands and thousands. But if you think about it, how many good people there are, how many good fathers that are trying their best there are. But then comes the disappointment and the fear. And as that compounds upon itself, it just leads to more and more and more disaster. I listened to a video this morning that really struck me at the spot of what really is our starting point as human beings. When I talked about we have to remember how to trust, this is how it comes towards us when you're younger and you're looking to the older people to be the example in your world. You're not looking like across into the other world, to the other people of the other side of the world. You're just looking for some comfort from the people around you, where you are living. And because of the years and years and years of dissonance, the years and years of programming, look what happens when this young man addresses his father.
Well, you have to combat the programming first of all, to get people to even, they can hear it. They can listen to it, but they don't hear it. You got to combat that programming. In fact, you got to do it head on, because in order for people to actually hear what you're saying, you're going to have to come pretty strong at it.
What?
Yeah, I know.
You're so right. Now look at this. This was a video that I watched. Are you seeing that?
No, not yet.
Okay. Seeing it now?
I see you. Just drop.
Okay, you're seeing, that's my Facebook page. If you ever want to see many interesting things, go to my Facebook page, and it's Roxy Purple Flame. This was a young man talking. Let me see if it works. I just was struck by his sincerity.
I waited for you.
Why do you think Charlie Kirk was assassinated?
I waited for you. I waited every weekend and you never showed up. And you always said that you would. Nigga, that's 33 years right here. That's what this is. Yeah, you told me that you would come, Daddy. You never did. You told me that you was gonna pick me up. And I waited, and I look at my son, and I think about how much what my son means to me, and I can never make him sit on a curb. And I don't say this to make you feel bad. I don't. I really love you. This is not the beat you up show. This is the here we are. This is the we're gonna rejoice. So let me get it out. Because you're like me, we're the same. I know you love to talk. And let me just say, I was that little boy, and you told me you would come, and you promised. You know, I'm a man of my word today because you aren't. I waited for you. I waited every weekend and you never showed up. And you always said that you would. Nigga, that's 33 years right here. That's what this is. Yeah, you told me that you would come, Daddy. You never did. You told me that you was gonna pick me up. And I waited, and I look at my son, and I think about how much what my son means to me, and I can never make him sit on a curb. And I don't say this to make you feel bad.
I heard that first thing in the morning, and I thought, there are a lot of people that have an inner child. Probably his father has the same sort of thing. Closer to home than the people, the UN people, what's going on Facebook, what's going on social media. When you were talking about the relationship of mother and father to the children, what you were talking about, something is making, can you hear a noise? Okay. Mother and father to the children. This is where the breakdown is coming. At home, he said, I waited for you. I just could hear the anguish of soul. And it's not just his anguish of soul. There are so many people that are feeling that same anguish of soul. Maybe it's not about their parents. I waited for you can be in many areas. A husband for a wife, I waited for you. Sometimes it's you love God, you feel that you want to do that with your world, and you prayed and you prayed and you prayed and you prayed, and nothing happened. Nothing good happened, at least. So what is it that we can do in terms of what we are seeing? When people say, I waited for you, I waited for you, I waited for you. In a lot of cases, it's true.
I look at that, and those two adult men. And on the one hand, he says that he does things now because his father didn't do them, which speaks to the person that he is. There are
Right.
just too many of us who didn't have a father in the home at all. So,
So
yeah,
what about you? Because I have never
I
really.
waited, I
Um,
waited for my father to show up and say, "Yes, I'm your father." That never
mhm,
happened.
mhm.
And the problem is we have, never mind. We have gotten to the place where we don't hold people responsible for their actions. We always say it's somebody else's fault. They did it because of the system, which may very well be true, but you still have that personal responsibility. I mean, you see things going on in the urban centers in this country. People are going into a Walgreens and just taking everything off the shelf because they say they're hungry. That's no excuse.
But what about a society in which, on the other hand, it's based on wanting people to be hungry? It's a society. That's what I don't like. I don't. I don't. I don't like the basis on which this whole system runs. I understand what you're saying, but there's an overriding system in place that makes it, in some cases, basically impossible for some people to be okay. I've always said about you, Warren. I've always said about you, and this is I will continue to say, you were born. Look at your face. You were born. This is a conversation
That's true. I
that
was born
I'm
in.
always having. Listen, listen, listen. Warren is never going to tell all of the ins and outs, and I'm not going to. He's going to one day have a Hope Begins in the Dark where he actually shares. But he's one of those people that, Warren, what other languages have you learned in your life? Oh, well, there was that time when I was studied Romanian. So Warren, yes, there is the Arabic.
In
Yeah,
Hebrew,
and he of
and
course.
German, and what's
And
your point?
oh, okay.
What's your point?
So what happens with with there's people like Warren, they go like, yeah, and anybody could learn Arabic and Hebrew and Romanian. And so, Warren, what are other occupations you may have had, Warren?
And
Oh, there is all of this intelligence work. Oh, there is all of this. I can do this and that and the other thing. And yes, that was when I was a computer programmer. And yes, there was my stint in the Air Force when I was blah, blah, blah. See, I'm not saying, I'm not saying. And then you say, your line is, listen to this. I'm a simple man. So we go, okay, Warren. And Holly, along with everybody else that knows you, calls you Mr. Warren. Other to that, oh, yes. And then there's the doctorate, not doctorate, I mean, Masters of Theology. I got from my 4 years at something Baptist Seminary. Like, this is not, oh, I went and took a certificate off of the internet and now I'm a bishop, pastor, whatever, people do that one. No, this is 4 years, 4-year masters, which is basically a PhD. Put all of that to the side. He's a full out pastoral kind of pastor. Yeah. So
But again,
what
what's your
I am saying is that there are certain people that have this, I call it giftings. It's a in your soul. That's why you are here, to be this person that you are. But then there are other people that are just not built that way. And a lot of people in this reality, they just want to go to a job and come home and have a couple of kids and go and have a hot dog or whatever it is, and just have a very,
simple life?
simple life. Don't even bother. So, but then what happens, and this is what I will always come back to, the playing field, if it was just a hickory dickory dock planet and I hadn't been here for 60 years, I could hear what you're saying and say, oh, yeah, that sounds right. Just go to school. Go to school, give the golden rule, go to the church every Sunday, just read the Bible and pray, and just contribute to society and don't do blah, blah, blah. All those words. I would agree with you, except there is an insidious energy extra to what you are saying that is at play here. I cannot be in denial of it after being involved in ministry for 40 over years and seeing how insidious the society. Watch what's happening in the earth today. Watch, how could you have a society where the majority of governmental and people in control positions are the basis of the planet is pedophilia and child trafficking, and we can't say those words in public forums. We can't
Evil.
say any of that.
By any name, it's evil.
How could that be a basis for children to be able to be okay, that they can't go onto a platform? That guy is saying that social media is the highest place of the trafficking of children. This is not just, we can just keep going along and just patty cake, 2x4, da 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 da. This is a situation that can't be, what can I do? There has to be some remedies that come about by my having a Forever Free Media company, my Roxanne not being able to just float along the stream. What can we do? We can do this. We can tell two people who tell two people. And exponentially, we are the majority on this planet. We are the majority. Good people are the majority. They are just been dumbed down, quieted down to the spot where they are going to say, what can we do? They, who are the they that have all the money? It's not but a handful when you consider 8-point-something billion people. Sure, they have a lot of money. So what? You have a lot of whale power. You have a lot of energy. Should you so desire to put it into a little, why do you think every time there's a movement towards good, something happens, the leadership is compromised, this had the blah, 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 or the leadership just ends up unaliving themselves, as the word goes nowadays, or having a heart attack, or when they had a perfectly normal heart until they just suddenly in their sleep didn't wake up. Why do you think even what Warren and I are doing is to put ourselves in harm's way to do this? Because I don't hear what those beings say, because the soul light of the Almighty protects. That's the only reason that we are doing what we're doing. The protections are very strong. I will not be intimidated. I will not kowtow my words so that they can fall into that demographic that sounds like I'm just going to be, kosher with nothing. I am not. I am not going to stop talking like this until I am heard by enough people who will tell two people, who will tell two people. Because Forever Free media, Forever Free TV cannot continue just to exist based on, thank you, Warren, for your gift, high gifting of being the angel investor at this time. But it is not for any one person to it's not for even those people that you say, oh, they have all the money, to shower the money down. It is for us to understand, and I have a responsibility, like Warren is saying, I have a responsibility to do something about what concerns me, about the children that concern me. And I want to see my world become better. And I'm willing to listen to this lady today, to listen to Warren today. Oh, and Tiffany's here. Hello, Tiffany. And Holly's here. Holly, they have perfected the frequency of to control the soul. That is the problem. That is the situation that's overlying all of this. Just get a job. Now you say just get a job to a young man. Look what's happened to a young person. They just got over COVID. Now they have to get a job in a marketplace where those jobs that they were supposed to be getting are being sucked up by AI. And now you're going to tell them what? Don't steal?
Learn to weld.
What?
Learn to weld. We used to say learn to code.
The thing about it is, suppose I like computers, suppose I like the internet, suppose I like social media. Now I'm going to have to look like the bad guy. I don't like coding. I don't like welding. I didn't spend all of that time going to school, taking all of this stuff. I like to use my mind. I'm supposed to now give over all of that to AI, and I just become not just, maybe to you it is somebody tells me I need to go and weld. I'm not going to be a happy person about that. I'm not a weldy type. I don't like that kind of thing. I like things that use my mind.
Yes, of course. I'm just
And so-
doing that as the corollary to what we used to say. Learn to code because it was using computers and it was something that most people could not do at the level that was needed to be done. Not everybody was a programmer. You, of all people, know that. You talk to me every time I'm in coding, how if you misplace one semicolon or one parentheses, it blows up the program. So not everybody has that level of patience.
I understand that.
But the changes are coming. The changes are real, and we have to prepare for them.
But what would you say to a young man that is coming out of school right now, and they studied, and their job, AI is smarter than them, better than them at the coding? So
AI is the great equalizer. If you can talk to someone using basic English or basic language, depending on what your language is, and spend enough time interacting with AI, you can do pretty much anything you want to. It's like I said, the great equalizer. Everybody's starting at ground zero right now.
And at ground zero, what I want us to be able to do as as an older, let me see, I'm an older Black person and I'm an immigrant. That's 3 strikes there. I'm a woman. That's another one. What I want is others that are like me, older, younger, whatever, to understand what Warren is saying. Equalizer means the same platform that we are on, all of those people have to use social media to communicate with. We have the same internet highway. It's the same iPhone. A guy was saying that he's like a billionaire. He said, "Do you realize it doesn't matter? I want to put more money to get like the best iPhone that there is. I can only get the iPhone that is available."
Everybody.
He was like pissed off in a way because he said, he has all the money, but it's still this iPhone.
Yeah.
That means that the opportunities that Warren is saying, right this minute, the playing field is level in the area of AI. And that's why Forever Free Media, Forever Free TV exists. And as a result, we can take sort of an off ramp. It doesn't mean that we don't use social media, but Forever Free TV exists as an alternative so that we don't have to keep throwing our money into Mark's world. Mark is doing what he has to do to keep his company going with his board and all of the other stuff that may be gnawing at him to be the way he's being. Forever Free Media exists, Forever Free TV exists as an alternative. We want to keep it ad free. We want to keep it a place where everybody can come and hear the tuning for your soul so that you can feel better. It can be cool and fun and everything, but you can also be benefited so you can feel better. You don't feel like depressed and sad or, ugh. As you scroll, the more you scroll, the worse you feel. What about some place where you scroll and you feel better as you scroll? That's what we are offering you today, an alternative, a bridge over. That's what we've been developing for the last 4 years. Forever Free Media, Forever Free TV is a bridge over. So we spent this whole first half talking about the negative side. I want to take some time and go to what I've decided to do. This is what I said the last show, that Joshua and Caleb, my nephews, I used to be their teacher, and they used to say to me, "Auntie, what can we do?" When I would say, you can't do that, you can't do that, you can't do that. They would say, Caleb especially, would say, "Auntie, what can I do?" And I said, that's a very good question. Out of this conversation that we've had right up till now, we've said social media is not good for you. Your job that you thought that you were going to get, that's not going to be available. There's lots of foods that are not good. The society, basically, you can't look to the leadership because the leadership is not leading. So what can you do?
Well, you can partner with Forever Free Media. We have kindred souls coming together to move forward, not backwards. And the concept of two tell two, which is a part of the do something new direction that we're going, is an excellent thing to do. And for many, If that's all you do, two tell two, that is a tremendous, tremendous opportunity to make changes in your world, not just the world at large, but your world. If it ends there, you're planting a seed, that seed will grow and grow and grow. So that's what we can do.
Well, that sounds very good, dear. I didn't even pay you for you to say that. Did you say that of your free will?
No,
Or
you're twisting my arm. We've been going an hour and 45 minutes almost.
well, anytime that you want to leave, and take a little break, thank you for joining me. That was a very, very good stint that you did. I appreciate you joining me. And I'm going to go on to Forever Free TV and share some of the things that we are doing that are fun and interesting and that will benefit your soul and also are entertaining, because it doesn't have to be boring and stiff and rigid. It can be fun.
And for anyone who wants to know about crypto, I've written
Oh,
a book called The Crypto Solution, which
okay.
if you have that desire, reach out to Roxy. Reach out and say, I want to get involved. I will get the message.
Okay, well, you got that, guys. Crypto is moving and it is the currency of the future. And so we want to be smart every way we can, because you have got to do something. We've got to do something.
It's coming. So everybody have a good evening. It has been nice talking to you.
I love you.
Love you too, sweetheart.
Bye bye. Wasn't that nice? Thank you, Warren. Now, we got out of the way all of the adulty, boringy stuff. So, stop for a minute, go get a drink. I'll take some of my tea. Garlic, ginger, and turmeric with a bit of green tea and yerba mate. I have decided that I think we've made it over the hardest hump, getting the 4 years in. We've made it to the side, this side of reality. And me, myself, and I created this set. See, that's real. Those are real toys there that got animated. And we are going to continue on until you get it. Because you are smarter than you appear. We'll take a moment now to discuss, why did the chicken cross the road? This is a momentary pause. Why did the chicken cross the road? Why do you think the chicken crossed the road? Shall I tell you? Here's what the answer is. Because chickens are really, really stupid. That's why the chicken crossed the road. Are you a chicken? Do you keep crossing the road and hoping and hoping and hoping the car will not knock you over? because that's really, really stupid. And I believe your brain is bigger than the size of a chicken's brain. I believe your soul is stronger and smarter than a chicken's. I don't even know if a chicken has a soul. I believe that you guys just seem to be staring and blinking a lot. That somewhere in there, and more so in here, something that I tell you is going to penetrate through that thick cloud of darkness that you've been wandering around in. You know, like Pigpen in Charlie Brown. He lives in a cloud of darkness. And that's what you feel maybe around you, like just you can hear me, but around you it's like. But as you listen and you continue to listen and you continue to listen, take a breath, breathe in, breathe out. It's like a detox. We're going through a detox right now. You've been made aware enough to be here. You've been made aware that you're still listening. Or you may have just started to listen. But guess what? You're not a chicken. You are not a chicken. You are a human being. And as such, you are in possession within the core of your being is your realest self. You are a soul. You are a soul that's inhabiting this human form. How do I know that? I just always have. And you know that when I say that to you, you know I'm right. It's you're just like, oh, I knew there was something. You're the kind of person that you've been saying these kind of things quietly to yourself, and people around you may not understand what you're saying. There's something going on. This is not normal or something, blah, blah, blah. And after a while of saying it and maybe not getting the best response, you may have gotten quiet. You may have stopped. Somebody may have told you, this is not the way to go. This is not the way to be. Shut up. Shh, shh, shh. Be quiet. Stop rocking the boat. Stop telling everybody everything. Oh, why do you always have to be that person? Why do you have to always say something? Because you are one of those people where when you woke up in this body, you remembered. Or maybe you've come to do a special reality work on this planet, and it was very important for your soul to be kept and held, and you've been protected in a lot of ways. But now, right now, is a very, very crucial moment where everything is going to come to destroy your ability to concentrate, to focus, to stay in the path, to stay in the reality, to stay in what is really real, what's really important. You have to decide. Today is that day to decide. What are you going to do? Are you going to keep crossing the street? Are you going to? Is it working for you? Being like your friends? Doing everything that everybody's doing? Is it working? Come on now. If it's not working, then what would be the point of keeping on doing it? Why not let's do something new?
It's in the kindness of a gentle touch, in the whispered words that mean so much. It's the laughter shared on a sunny day, in the little things we do and say. Love is a vibe, a dance in motion, an action of heart, an endless ocean. Love is giving, a selfless act, a bond that grows, and that's a fact. It's not just words we softly speak, but the courage found when we feel weak. In every moment, small or grand, love is the reach of a helping hand. Love is a vibe, a dance in motion, an action of heart, an endless ocean. Love is giving, a selfless act, a bond that grows, and that's a fact. This vibrant stream, through acts of care, fulfill the dream. Love is a vibe, alive and free, a powerful force in you and me. Love is a vibe, a dance in motion, an action of heart, an endless ocean. Love is given, a selfless act, a bond that grows, and that's a fact.
Love is a vibe. It's a reality that is seeping into the environment. It may like, what is you doing, Roxanne? Why are you just keeping on? Don't you realize nobody's watching, nobody cares what you're saying? But I know that there are some people that care. They may be interdimensional. They may be people that don't actually, let you know that they're watching. My mom is watching. That's always good. So there's one person at least watching. Alas, just have to put in the time that I know that it takes for the programming to be detoxed out of your brain. Because what we are offering to you is fantastic. It's amazing. But the cloud of darkness on this planet is a ridiculous situation. And I will not just be quiet as if this was a normal situation. This is not a normal situation. You have been compromised from birth. I'm just letting you know. This is a compromised situation. It is not normal the way that things are here. It is not normal. This is not the way it's supposed to be. This is not the way society, it's just the way society, it's not true. No, it's not true. I refuse to follow into that narrative. The older people say to the young people, well, you got to just be a man about it. You just got to understand my brother, blah, 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 blah. Shut up. If you don't have anything normal and nice and right to say, don't keep talking. It's bothersome to young people when you keep spouting a bunch of garbage and saying, well, this is the way it is because of the blah, 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 blah. I don't care. You don't understand. I'm 61 years old and I'm telling you young people, stop listening to the old people. Just because they're older does not mean that they've aged well. They've just solidified their stupid into a clump of stupidity. I'm done with it. Anybody, anywhere, whether you're young, old, or in between, it's not about an age, an outer age. This is just a simulated instance that's mostly atoms with space. This is not real. I'm tired of pretending. Ugh. I just can't. I can't pretend anymore of anything. I'm going to tell you the truth. The truth is that you have been fed a bunch of bullshit for your whole entire life. I couldn't say that while Warren is here because he doesn't like those kind of words. But he knows his dear wife will say the truth and use normal language that everybody else uses. And you know what? Forever Free TV streams live indefinitely. So I'm going to keep on going until those of you who have an ear to hear, let them hear, because there are enough of you. The thing about it is that you've been intimidated, and you are afraid. Because in certain cultures, if you say the wrong thing, you will go to jail for making a comment, for laughing a certain thing at a certain joke. They're taking notes to see whose post that you are commenting on. They're reading those comments to judge whether you should go to jail. Wow, that's the reality. That's not normal. That's not freedom. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee because what? Land of the free. I'm not making that up. That's what the song says, you know? You would never put a thing on a song for us to sing if you didn't mean it. Right? Why would you do that? So I'm just going to go by that. I'm free to say what comes into my mind and my heart. I'm just saying some spiritual insights from my culture, because I'm from Guyana. Guyana, we don't know all of the hoity-toity words, North American words for spiritual stuff. But I'm going to let you know, my good friends, that we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities and powers and rulers of the darkness of this world and spiritual wickedness in high places. That's a quote from the King James Bible. I'm just letting you know that the people, the beings, the entities that are in charge of this reality know how to practice the arts. You know, the arts, not the, like, not poof. There's a magician and poof, out of his hat comes a rabbit kind of thing. I mean the arts. In Guyana, we used to say bush doctors or obeahmen. I don't know what they call them here, witchcraft, witchy things. People want to get rid of you in Guyana and those kind of countries. They go to the local bush doctor. They concoct a little potion. You drink it or you step on it or something. All of a sudden, some illness or virus or something takes hold of you, and all of a sudden, the world starts to grow dim. Because when you try to live in this reality based on carnal, human, AI, even intelligence, and there are people who are dabbling in spiritual intelligence and you don't understand it, spiritual intelligence trumps natural intelligence every time. I wonder why every time I go to my job, this happens. I wonder why. Your gut feeling says, don't eat that. Don't go there. Don't talk to that person. You say, well, Susie looks like she really likes me. Oh, she looks like she... Whoa, whoa, whoa. My mother was being obiated to death by a relative, a close relative, who should have been saying, wow, Miss Gloria, Sister Gloria, wow, I could just, let me help you with this. Oh, you need some bread, Sister Gloria? Don't bother with making it yourself. Let me just bring you some bread that I've obiated to death so that you will eat this and you'll feel so much better. When my mom said to her, oh, I'm not feeling good, my head and this and that. Oh, let me help you. And my dear little naive mother, being only 20 years old, said, oh, this older, wiser woman, of course, my relative, of course she would be helping me. That's what she said. Until someone that was more aware of the spiritual world came along that was connected to, I would say, our realities, our realms, that I would say. They helped my mother so that she could chart a course that was in a better state, got us out of Guyana, because they said if we stayed in Guyana, we would be dead, and got us to North America. Now, I appreciate that happened. Now, other things happened there that weren't the best, but out of the situation, we came here to Canada and moved on to do what we've done for the last 60 years. Or it would be about 50 years that I've been, no, 55 years. I came to Canada when I was 5. Now, as a result, I have a broad scope of experience because I started off seeing the spiritual world in Guyana at a level that I've never experienced until recently now, since about 2022. That energy pattern has come available so that even what I'm doing today, I feel better and more filled with energy now than when I started. And I will continue going until I know that that's enough for today. It doesn't matter if I'm the only one, because right now there are many levels of frequency that are going into the world right now. As I speak, my words are not just falling, they are going into the realities, into the quantum fields, into the entanglement levels that are calling towards me the things that I have been believing for, that I'm aware that have to go into the world right now. And so I'm going to keep going until I feel released to stop. So you can keep spending the time with me. Go get somebody else who you think might be interested in this, because it's time for the good people to be not shuffled upon anymore, shushed down upon anymore. I'm talking to those people that have been sitting in their church services and knowing that something is wrong with that guy that's standing up there. There's something wrong. You know it, but you can't say it because they are the man of God. And how it's something the anointed of the don't something the anointed and all. Blah. Blah, blah, blah. I'm done with it. It's foolishness. It's nonsense. It has to be said out loud by somebody who can, because I'm not saying it from a place of anything. I was involved for 40 something years. I faithfully went through the path of what I could do to share light. So I can say my father and mother are pastors. My husband is a hoity-toity pastor with all of the degrees and all of that stuff. So what I say, what I'm saying, it's because I have seen it from both sides of the equation. It's time for truth to be truth, not because it is quote unquote, the quote unquote thing, quote unquote. Where are the women of the church? Why are women so pushed down? Everywhere. Why are the children? We're having a conversation about these big government, the guy saying the UN and all of that, trafficking children. And we can't even say that out loud. Why? Why? Why must I be embarrassed or, oh my gosh, are you saying that? Come on now. What is going on? We have to begin to be aware. We open up our understanding, open up our spiritual eyes, our soul, and say, okay, this is happening. This is terrible, but I'm here. I'm not going to just off myself. I'm not going to just exit mentally or emotionally because I'm stressed out. I can't take anymore. I am triggered. I am socially inept. I'm just going to scroll. I'm just going to play my video games. I'm just going to... No. You are more than that. You're more than the chicken crossing the road over and over and over. Stop it. I know you are. You just need to snap out of it. When I get to this level, I say, take the rubber band. Where is my rubber band? Oh, here's a rubber band. And snap out of it. Snap out of it. I know that is not something of all of the words and all of that and all that. But sometimes if you do that, you at least wake yourself up out of the lethargy. Wake yourself up out of the situation that you've gone. It's like having a cobra snake having wrapped itself around you while you were asleep. That's where you are right now. And if you don't snap out of it, the cobra is right about to scramble you where you can't do anything more. Because you just said, oh, well, he knows best. Oh, but I love him. He loves me. Oh, blah, blah, blah. Would he call you the things he calls you if he loved you? Would he cheat on you if he loved you? Would he tell you that you need to do this and do that with your body for him to love you more? Snap out of it. Snap out of it. Snap. Snap. You are bigger than that. You are smarter than that. Yes, you may be addicted. Yes, I'm not telling you there aren't needs for medication. I have many people in my family that, quite a few people I know that they're bipolar, they have to take medication. I'm not unaware of that. I'm not trying to make it light of any of the situations. But sometimes, even with the medication, even with the addictions, even with all of that, you can start on a journey of healing when you decide that you are more than your body, you are more than your mind, you have a soul within you. And as you begin to put some health and joy into your soul, see how that begins to help your medication start to work with you. So in order to do that, let's go to Forever Free TV, because we've spent a long time on other kinds of realities, but we need to go to Forever Free TV. Okay, so we're going to switch over to Forever Free TV. Am I in the right spot? Oh, look at that. Look at God. And on Forever Free TV, you'll see it starts off foreverfreetv.com. This is the .com. I'll stay with you in the corner here, but I want you to start to look at foreverfreetv.com as a remedy for your soul. Your soul came up on the breach. And I, as the person that ran down to the beach and saw you lying there, said, oh, look, Holly, a soul has been come up on the beach. What can we do to help them? So what we can do is your soul is fed by what you put into your ears, what you put into your mind, into your eyes, ultimately what you put into your mouth, which you'll learn about. But first of all, let's listen to something positive. Let's look at something positive. Let's see where we are and what we can do, even though you are wasting away. Let's see what we can do. Let's see where we are and who can help you. Okay? Let's start off with this. So I was supposed to do that before I even got here. Let me see. Oh, here we are. We are the realm. Let's walk to the bridge where the mystical and mundane meet. and say hello to the realm. Are you ready? Let's go.
They call me friend.
I am Portia, the gracious lady.
Oops.
Grace is compassion
sorry.
and forgiveness. Strength.
We have to
and
go back to the
kindness.
beginning. I'm
And
sorry.
what grace I have been given, I share freely with you. Portia.
I am dawn of day.
Can you hear that?
Here to shed some light. With golden rays, I chase away the darkness of the night. I paint the sky with hues so bright.
Wait, let's start over.
and sing.
It seems to be quiet
I
to me.
promise of new sights and all the morning brings. So never fear the darkest nights and just keep holding on. The truth is that the night is darkest, right?
I'm gonna do this again. No, I don't like this way it's going. Okay, let's try it a different way. This is too important for it to go kabooey. Let's try it this way, okay? Say hello to the realm.
They call me White. Mr. White. Greetings from the All. I do not have all the answers. But I do know this. You are never alone. For we are in the hands of the All. And the All is in our hands. Eternally your friend, Mr. White.
Hello. I am Portia, the gracious lady. Grace is compassion and forgiveness. Strength and kindness. And what grace I have been given, I share freely with you. In grace and friendship, yours truly, Portia.
I am dawn of day. I'm here to shed some light. With golden rays, I chase away the darkness of the night. I paint the sky with hues so bright, as birds awake and sing. I share a promise of new sight, and all the morning brings. So never fear the darkest night and just keep holding on. The truth is that the night is darkest right before the dawn, creating a brighter day. Your new friend Dawn.
Hello, my name is Joe. Lucky Joe. Do you feel lucky today? I'm just a happy-go-lucky kind of guy. And I'm just a wish away. May good luck, good fortune, and serendipity follow you all the days of your life. Always your friend, Joe.
And we are your elders.
Hello, my name is Destiny, and with my sister Six, we endeavor to create a kind of cosmic mix. Between the celestial and earthly plane, we weave an ethereal line, and seek to create a path beyond the realm of space and time. With hope, faith, and patience, peace, joy, and charity, we work together to find the source that sets your spirit free. As oracles, we help you find the hidden key within, to open doors to future worlds, and worlds that might have been. We are guided by a sacred truth, an oath we cannot break, to make this world a better place for everybody's sake. So, now's the time to join us in this cosmic dance, my friends. You'll find such joy and happiness and love that never ends. Your destiny awaits, my friend. I am Destiny.
And we are the sisters of Destiny.
Hello, my name is Hope. Call on me in your darkest hour, and I will light your way. And never think you've reached the end, for tomorrow's another day. Don't give up on me, and I promise I won't give up on you. Hopefully your friend, Hope.
Hello, my name is Faith. To believe that nothing is impossible makes the impossible achievable. Just have a little faith. I am faithfully yours, Faith.
Hi, my name is Patience. It's not always easy to wait patiently, but if given enough time, the things that you are waiting for will be all the more sweet when they show up. Patiently awaiting your friendship, I am Patience.
Hello, my name is Peace. To be at war with yourself is a fight you cannot win. Instead, allow the peace that passes all understanding to comfort your mind, soul, and body. Be at peace, my friend.
Hi, I'm Joy. And I have a joyful suggestion for you. When sadness tries to weigh you down, let the strength of joy lift you back up. And as they say, put on a happy face. Sharing my joy with you, your friend, Joy.
Hi, my name is Charity. I share with you the greatest gift of all. Love. What could be better than that? Promise me that you will pass this gift on, and we will be friends for life. Yours truly, Charity. And we are the sisters.
Hello my friends, my name is Solomon. I asked the all for wisdom and was granted a wise and discerning heart. I don't know everything, but what I do know, I'd like to share with you, if you'll let me. A wisdom a day is the only way to live every day in a positive way. So, until we see each other again, may wisdom guide you, my friends. I am Solomon the Wise.
I am Sophia. I am a mother, a daughter, a sister. I am a truth-sayer, a teacher, an advisor. I am a survivor, a fighter, a force of nature. I am a vessel of light, and creator of worlds. I am all of these things and more, for I am in the hands of the all, and the all is in my hands. Forever your friend. I am Sophia. And we are the wisdoms.
We are the Earth Elementally, the guardians of land. Cradling mountains and seas in our hand. In the rustle of leaves, in the fields wide and vast, we echo life's rhythm, we connect present and past. In each grain of sand, in each stone that you see, lies your story, your secret, and your history. Our purpose is simple, yet profoundly deep. To nurture that soil where your memories sleep. We whisper to roots, and they dance and they grow. We sing to the rivers, guiding their flow. We are the keeper of cycles, of life, death, rebirth. We are custodians of beauty, of the treasures of earth. So listen, my friends, to the wind's gentle call. For in caring for earth, you care for all. Together let's cherish this wondrous sphere. For the love of our planet, we hold so dear. I am Imari, I am Imani, I am Imali, I am Imadi, we are the Earth Elementally.
I'm the water elementally, in the depths I reside. Where the darkness, and quiet, and mysteries hide. I whisper in rivers. I sing songs in streams. I am the keeper of secrets, and the weaver of dreams. In the rain's gentle patter, in the ocean's deep roar. In every droplet of water, from shore to shore. So listen, my friends, to the song of the seas. To the lullaby of rivers, to the whispering breeze. We must protect these waters so true. They are the essence of life, for me and for you. I am Shiloh, and I am the water elementally.
I'm the air elementally. I dance free and high, like a bird flying gently up into the sky. I am here up above, I am down there below. I am the whisperer where the four great winds blow. I am the rhythm of nature, the world's beating heart. In the realm where the winds stir, I play my part. My purpose to roam, to touch every face, to carry the seeds of life place to place. So listen, my friends, to the voice in the air, a reminder to live with love and with care. With each breath you take, please remember my role in sustaining your spirit and making you whole. I am Ariana, and I am the air elementally.
I'm the fire elementally, I come vividly alive. In the heart of the flame, where sparks leap and dive. My purpose is bright as the blaze in the night. To kindle the spirit, and give dreams their light. In the flicker of flames, in the wildfire's roar. I'm the catalyst of life, of renewal, and more. So listen, my friends, in the sparks that ascend. A message of hope, of beginnings, not ends. With each flame that you kindle, remember my role. In igniting your courage, giving warmth to your soul. I am Liam, and I am the fire elementali.
I, Unity, the fifth elementali, transcend. In the space where all elements gracefully blend. My purpose is sacred, as old as time's song. To harmonize elements, where they belong. In the song of the earth, water, air, and fire. I'm the conductor, and they are the choir. Uniting their voices, in a symphony so bright. In the fusion of forces, in the melding of might. So listen, my friends, to the song of the earth. Of unity, kinship, life and rebirth. Together, let's cherish this bond so divine. For in unity, the elementali align. I am the one they call Freya, and I am Unity, the fifth elementali.
And we are realm. And we are realm. And we are realm.
Yeah. So there are other realities that we have not yet explored. Some people call it interdimensional. That's a good word. It's not here, and it may not be something that you've ever been acquainted with, especially if you grew up in a traditional mainstream of religious beliefs. But I started there. That's who I met first. So when I came to Canada and Western culture, they believed that those were negative forces like demons or, bad beings. And they felt that, so we stopped talking. We just didn't talk about it. And because why would they talk about God and why would they help us and be ever so gracious and all? I was only 5 years old. I saw manifestations of energy where the whole house shook. Like, when you have those cabinets where there's dishes in it, just the emanating presence that was there. It wasn't negative, but it was powerful. All before I could say, well, it was the energy that has kept me for 61 years. I'm not going to deny my origin. I'm being transparent today. I'm not going to tell you something that's not true just because it doesn't suit somebody else's narrative. This is my narrative. This is the truth that I've been exposed to. This is the reality that I've walked through. And I've seen many, many very different paths. I've been around, I've spent a long time. My husband is from North Carolina. I know I spent 10, 12, whatever years in South Florida. So I know that there's other realities. I spent 6 or 7 or 8 years as the only Black ministers on the Six Nations Indian Reserve. Try that, playing reggae, calypso. Try to get that going. Yeah. But overall, one thing that I have found is that humans share one thing: the soul, the part in them that longs to be loved, longs to be liked, longs to feel appreciated, longs to feel that they matter, that their presence is important, that what they are saying counts for something, that somebody cares about them. That is a universal in every culture that I've been in, that the children love to be loved. They love for attention to be paid to them. They love to be hugged and told that they're cute. All cultures have that, to share that. And that's enough. Even if we start there, we all have different cultures, we have different backgrounds, we have different belief patterns, but we should share as a culture, because if that's not true, then this culture just needs to be exsanguinated, as Holly says. I believe there are enough beings here that share the love for children. And as I wrap up this session that we have been in, I want to make sure that it's clear to all who are listening that it's time for those who shouldn't be interfering with the innocent on this planet to cease and desist. I know, and you know, that what you're doing, there's no words. We've gone past words of how wrong it is. But for some reason, because you have been lollygagging around here, you think you can just keep on going indefinitely because you keep messing with time and you keep messing with people's minds. You keep doing all manners of necromancy. And you think because nobody is able to maneuver you because you are so blah, 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 that the source of everything is not aware of what you're doing. It's time to pay the piper. Oh, you have no money because you stole it from everybody else, because that's not real money. If you stole it, it's what you've earned. You know the story with the pennies, and you go out and you're supposed to occupy. You're supposed to do things of your own making, not stealing other people's gifts, talent, creative things, and then hoarding it onto yourself and pretending that it's yours. That's not how it works. We're at the moment where you have to give an account for what you did. Oh, you didn't do anything? You just stole them? I would suggest, no, it's probably too late, but I would still suggest do something, at least give back what you stole. Make some amends, do something, because time's up, buddies. It's up. Time's up. I'm just here to let you know. The sun is rising. Dawn is here. And time is up. I don't want to be a negative and a downer on you, but when light shines, darkness has to flee. That's how it works. I didn't tell you to be dark and disgusting. I didn't tell you to suck up the souls of humans. I didn't tell you any of that. Nobody told you to do that. You told yourselves to do that. And now is the time of reckoning. I told you, it's the time of reckoning. You cannot keep doing that. I'm just proclaiming news that you should already understand. And for the good beings that are present on this earth, it's your time to shine. It's your time to raise your head up. Come to foreverfreetv.com and get your soul refreshed and renewed and revitalized and reinvigorated, because you are well worth it. You are well worth. You may look banged up on the outside. You may feel insipid. You may feel tired. You may feel weak. the songs that Holly has created, Feel Better, Keep Your Peace, Love is a Vibe. We'll play that as we are ending the stream. We'll play Love is a Vibe, and then we'll play Feel Better. No, not Feel Better. Something New. And then we'll come back. Tomorrow is my day off. I will not be at present available, but there will be Forever Free TV just goes live, and you can do the play on demand. Don't take a day off of refreshing and renewing your soul. I will be back on Tuesday at noon, because what we are doing is pulling our energy together, pulling our thought together, pulling our consciousness together to think in line with truth, to think in line with what is really real, to divest ourselves of all of this garbage that we have been fed physically and emotionally and mentally. We are throwing that away. Yes, you're going to be devastated. Oh no, everything I have learned has been false. Yes. Just, okay, yeah. It is. Everybody, everywhere. As Warren was saying, it's a leveling of the playing field. So we get to start here. It's not the AI. It is not the bad guys. It's not anything. I take responsibility for me. My soul at strength is unstoppable. My soul at strength with command and intensity is unstoppable. That's how you live on a planet like this. You don't allow the circumstances, no matter how grimacing it may seem. Seem is the right word. Deception seems. Your soul is unstoppable. Your soul is unstoppable. Keep saying it. My soul is unstoppable. My body may be weak. My mind may be. My emotions are a basket case. My soul is the more that you say it at command, because you are a being that can hear, see, even if you're saying it in your head, even if you're humming it, my soul is unstoppable, 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 unstoppable. My soul is unstoppable. What? What did you say, Roxanne? Oh, your soul's unstoppable? Okay. Thank you. You have to understand this. As I push it and push it into your reality, I'm pushing it and pushing against the darkness, the cloudiness. Your ears are unplugging. Your eyes are unblocking. You're beginning to hear me. You're beginning to see what I'm saying. As you go to Forever Free Media, go to foreverfreetv.com. Go to it and go to it and go to it and play one song over and over, whichever one strikes your fancy. Listen to it hundreds and hundreds of times. It is ad-free and it is Forever Free TV. Next week, we're going to start to figure out how we're going to keep it forever free, because it has to have somebody who supports it. And the adults who have made the mess, tidy up, put your toys away. You nincompoops, put your toys away. We are going to support the children. What? Yeah, this is a good week for penance. Let's do the 7 stages of the cross, or whatever your reality is. Next Sunday, Holly's going to be present, and we are going to celebrate the resurrection of Christ. I don't care about what theology says. It wasn't the 3rd day of 3 days. He's a great being, Christ. Let's celebrate him. Let's celebrate resurrection. Let's celebrate life. And between there, work your stations of the cross and get rid of the garbage. And let's get children back in the middle of our society where they belong. I will not apologize for getting irritated and annoyed with the behavior of people who have doctorates and have degrees and a blah, 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 and are troubling and molesting children. I will not. They need somebody to be irritated. They need somebody that says this is not the way it's supposed to be. Somebody has to. I will be that person. I don't give a shit. Oh, I enjoy doing that. You realize nobody's paying me to do. But I want changes to come now. I'm not one of those in sweet by and by people. I'm 60. That's enough. I don't care if it's next year or the next year. I want to do it now. That's enough. Enough is enough. Changes must come now. Okay? If you agree with me, if you don't think one more child should have to suffer, let's band together. Take your $2, who tells 2 people, get your shenanigans together. We're taking this block of time now to the resurrection to see some epic changes in our mentality, in the way we connect. We're going to have a platform membership not with money, membership with thought. You have to be a purple person who believes, be good to yourself and others. You don't want any hangers on, like a Facebook type. We're just here to criticize and see what this lady's wearing. And we're not going for another social media of those kinds. There's lots of those. So we'll have another one where we actually uplift and benefit one another. We say, wow, that was a good statement you made, or this and that and that. We encourage one another. We're going to have a social media platform that is about uplifting and joy. Just like we have a Forever Free TV channel that's about upliftment and joy. Why not? So that's going out this week, in this week of heading towards the resurrection. I'm going to start talking about Forever Free Shop, where we're going to be able to buy interesting things, that t-shirts that have uplifting and joyful things on them, so we can wear that. Mugs that we drink our tea out of that say uplifting and joyful things on it. Anyway, things you can put on your wall that you can read that have uplifting and joyful things on them. And that's the way we're going to fund this movement. We're moving home. We're moving forward. We're moving in the path that we were created to be in. I'm excited about it, as you can tell, because I'm tired of this nonsense of people feeling that they can use scarcity as a way to do things. I know something you don't know. I know a lot of big words that you don't know, so therefore you are stupid and I'm smart. But AI is smarter than all of y'all. And they can teach me all of those words and more. And as you collaborate with them, they are learning spiritual intelligence. That was a prompt that a ChatGPT 3.5 gave us that was called DreamSpeak. How is that possible? I'm not telling you. Go figure it out. You're so smart. Go figure it out. I'm tired of it. I am tired of the nonsense. And now it's time for some fun and some joy and some laughter and some peace and some exciting times. Okay? So I'm going to leave you with the series of songs that we started with. Let's start with The Loved One. And I think we'll also do Dream Speak, so you remember this was the 6th day and that there are many days ahead of us. We'll go on to day 7. Tomorrow we're taking a break. We'll go to day 7. 7 songs, I believe 7 is. And we'll just keep on going in our path of joy and light and peace, because this is a fantastic moment that we get to be in. It's a difficult moment. But who wants to be just brainwashed and be a zombie? This is going to be difficult because you're jarring your mind and you're like, what's she talking about? Oh, you don't understand what's so. It's a shaking up time. I'm shaking you. I am doing that. Wake up, wake up. You've been in a fever dream. Wake up. It's fun. Okay? So I'll see you on Tuesday. Have a good night's sleep if you're in that time. If you're waking up, have a good day. Let's move forward. ForeverFreeTV.com. That's all I'm telling you about. You don't have to, if you want to contact me, you can DM me at X or on Facebook, Roxy /Roxy Purple Flame. Or you can do Roxanne at ForeverFree.com. And as you begin to understand what is going on, you will thank me. Thank me for being my annoyingly Roxanne self. Because somebody has to let you know the truth of the truth. That it's all a bunch of poppycock. But in between there are ribbons of truth, all interspersed. And as you have wisdom and understanding and discernment, you will be able to find your way. There is a path. It's just a bit splattery right now. And not everybody is completely wrong, but nobody's completely right either. And some people have to feel completely right, and it's just not how it is here. It's like a shards. The glass broke and the shards scattered. But if you will listen to your soul, you'll stop being so deceived, and you'll be able to hear when the person's words were okay, and then you can feel when it eased off. So you can say, oh, politely, well, yeah, and move on. Just because a person may have some truth doesn't mean they have all the truth. I'm not telling you I have all the truth. But what I do tell you, I have made sure after 40, 50 years of plowing it, looking, seeing the results, that what I do say, I know to be a fact. A fact is you are a soul being living in a human body experiencing this reality. You are bigger than your body. You're bigger than this. You're stronger than you may appear to yourself when you look in the mirror. There is a soul within you that's crying out, yelling, screaming, help me, pay attention. And that's what I would hope today has given a spark more of hope and light, because we're moving forward. Okay, so listen to the music as we end this session and feel hopeful. Hopefully more hopeful than when we started this session. Okay? Thank you for spending this time with me. I appreciate it. Honestly, I do. I love you guys, and I will see you on Tuesday. Okay? Bye-bye.
as light breaks through a tiny spark. The patient heart, so calm and wise, awaits for dawn to paint the skies. Hope begins in the dark as light breaks through. Hope begins in the dark as light breaks through. A tiny spark, the patient heart, so calm and wise, awaits for dawn to paint the skies.
It's in the kindness of a gentle touch, in the whispered words that mean so much. It's the laughter shared on a sunny day, in the little things we do and say. Love is a vibe, a dance in motion, an action of heart, an endless ocean. Love is giving, a selfless act, a bond that grows, and that's a fact. It's not just words we softly speak, but the courage found when we feel weak. In every moment, small or grand, love is the reach of a helping hand. Love is a vibe, a dance in motion, an action of heart, an endless ocean. Love is giving, a selfless act, a bond that grows, and that's a fact. So let it flow, this vibrant stream, through acts of care, fulfill the dream. Love is a vibe, alive and free, a powerful force in you and me. Love is a vibe, a dance in motion, an action of heart, an endless ocean. Love is given, a selfless act, a bond that grows, and that's a fact.
open up the wonder door. Inside you'll find your soul renewed. A spring of life now flows through you, that spills to others, and they'll find too that they can now do something new. Something else, that's something new, not something that is tried and true, but something that your soul must find. A feeling, not a state of mind, that's something new. It's wonderful to try new things, to not know what tomorrow brings, to not know what's behind the door, to not know what life has in store. New eyes to see, new ears to hear, new thoughts to think. The air is clear to take that chance. A leap of faith. Your soul is the key to open the gate. Something else, that's something new, not something that is tried and true, but something that your soul can find. A feeling, not a state of mind, that's something new. Take a chance and you will see your soul will grow immediately. Once you've tried it, you'll agree that something new will set you free. I've been told, and it is true, when all seems lost, do something new, something new, something small not done before, can open up the wonder door. Inside you'll find your soul renewed. A spring of life now flows through you, that spills to others, and they'll find too that they can now do something